午後の授業ってさ、どうしてこう眠いんだろうね。
God, why do you have to say the word sleepy, Mion? Now I feel sleepy, god damn it. Hey there guys, my name is Nix and welcome back to Higurashi, Chapter 2, the Watanagashi. Last time we started going and doing club activities out in public. And it somehow worked out. I also feel like I made a promise that I couldn't keep the two kids. But you know what? We try these things. Anyway, gotta get back into the habit because now we're going back to me in the past to read some tips. And by A, I mean one. Damn, there's a lot of tips this time, ain't there? And they're only giving us one to start with. This is gonna be a long one, isn't it? Anyway, let's buckle up, shall we? Who the hell's Mion's uncle? Let me get my mouse off the screen.
Yep, sorry. I suddenly got called into my part-time job at my uncle's shop today.
What's that? No club today then?
Well, I'm sorry.
Mion put her hands together in an apology and grinned.
If you really want to do a club today, then you can always do it without this old man. The club locker is stuffed full with games. You can pick whatever.
The club locker was the trans-dimensional space from which Mion pulled games whenever we met for club activities. I wondered how so many freaking games could be stored in the locker. It was even smaller than one with the cleaning supplies in it. Besides those games, there was also a cornucopia of suspicious objects. Costumes? For punishment games. If we lined them all up on the floor in order to sort them, that would definitely fill the entire classroom. Nah, we shouldn't. I get the feeling that if I mess around in that locker, I get the feeling everything inside will come tumbling down on me.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Maybe amateurs shouldn't meddle with this.
Mion gave a hearty laugh, implying that the only one who could do so was the club president.
The teacher's looking for the key to the gym storehouse. Do you have any idea where it could be? Eh? Did I not return it to the teacher's lounge?
Mion said, feeling about in her pocket. Judging by her expression, she must have planned on returning it, but it was still in her pocket.
I knew you had it, Mion-san! I knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that you simply must have been the one who had it! I was right too. Satoko and I were both right.
Giggling, Satoko and Rika-chan clapped their hands together in celebration.
You're annoying!
Oh god, she's abusing Rika as well. The fans are not gonna be happy about that one. I make it sound like a sport commentary, Jesus Christ. And Mion's gone in for the slap on both of them. The fans are not gonna like that one, but who gives a shit? Mion really runs this joint, doesn't she? Mion elbowed Satoko and Rika-chan in their heads, then headed for the teacher's lounge. Oh right, have you two heard? Mion has a part-time job, and that's why she's not coming to the club.
Oh, is that so? That's very droll of her. Me.
The two of them made disappointed faces. Whatever anyone said, Mion's club was always the #1 thing I looked forward to when going to school. It wasn't hard to agree with their melancholic expressions after hearing it wouldn't be happening today. So Mion's got a part-time job. I wonder what she's doing anyway. Whenever Mion cancelled club, it was usually because of her job. However, it also didn't seem like she went there every day. She would go 2 or 3 days in a row, then not go at all for a while. Ah, a 0-hour contract. It sounded like a pretty damn random part-time job.
She isn't working at anyone's shop or anything.
She isn't? Then does that mean she's a day laborer? Mion wearing socks and a helmet, sweating to death in a factory. I couldn't imagine such a thing.
Mion-san helps her uncles out whenever their employees go on vacation. She's like their handyman.
I get it. Now that you mention it, her having a job at her uncle's place. I think I've heard about that before. Maybe in a different timeline. I'm overthinking it.
She has a lot of uncles who run their own shops, so Mihi is in very high demand.
I can't take it seriously considering me is spelt like the fricking Mii's for the Nintendo. God, that was the most old man sentence I think I've ever said. It's spelled like it was in the Nintendo. She has a lot of uncles who own shops. A lot of them?
Oh, you are unaware, Keiichi-san. There are many relatives of Mion-san's in Okinoya who run their own stores.
Huh. I didn't know that. So they're all different kinds?
Yes, there's a bakery, a produce market, a ramen shop, and many others besides. The toy store we went to for the club activity the other day is one of them.
I was dumbfounded. That's amazing. Mion's family blessed with some kind of crazy business sense. They run so many different things, it's kind of amazing. So far, I know it's not been explained yet, but I am picturing that Mion has one of those families where her uncles aren't actually her uncles, they're just friends of the family, and that's what she just calls them in order to make things, you know, work.
There are others like a loan shark, a land shark, a strip club, and a brothel. What I'm saying is they do a lot of things.
Rika, you shouldn't be saying dirty words like shark. Okay, couple weird things came up that time, but still, I could tell it was pretty extensive. So that's the reason she's so fussy about returning money she lent you. So the reason she's so fussy about returning money she lent you is because of the blood of loan sharks runs through her veins? Huh. That explains that.
Once I completely forgot to pay Maid back for the money she gave me to go shopping. And she threatened me, saying that if I didn't return it all, she'd throw me into the red light district, and that would be the end of me.
Rika-chan being sold into the entertainment industry to pay off her debts. Ah, crap, my nosebleed!
Talking about being thrown on the ground must be the silliest form of death I've ever heard of.
Huh? She doesn't really get it, does she? Recently, she seems so unspoiled. Rika-chan and I gave her a pat on the head.
Why are you petting me? I'm petting you because you're a good girl, Satoko.
Satoko was lost in confusion, but she seemed to understand she was being made fun of. Goddamn, why you gotta be so innocent? And yet at the same time try and murder me with your goddamn traps. Anyway, that's all by the by from me here in the tip menu. Time to go back to me in reality. Actually, before I do, I just want to say, I don't remember in chapter 1 there being fucking ominous music here, but this is creepy beyond belief. And returning from the ominous music, we come back to just regular ass Higurashi sounds. I'm right in thinking that the Higurashi are the cicadas I can hear in the background. Oh, and if you didn't read chapter 1, yeah, my pronunciation of that word changes. Of cicadas. Cicadas? Cicadas? Oh well, I get most of the Japanese words right, it's just everything else that I don't know. Anyway.
wonder why afternoons always make you feel sleepy like this.
Mion spoke in a voice that went so far as to make whoever heard it feel lethargic.
眠いことに医学的説明が必
You
要
want a medical examination for sleepiness?
話してもいいが、もっと
I
眠くな
could
る
say it,
ぞ
but I'll just make you more sleepy.
堪忍して。
Spare me.
It was almost 3 o'clock. 6th period was almost over. By the way, Satoko and everyone else in the lower grades ended their school day after 5th period, so they were probably running around the schoolyard right now. I could hear their joy-filled screams coming from there right now. Oh, what I wouldn't give to be able to join them.
ほら、みーちゃんは委員長さん
Hey
なんだ
Chan,
か
you're
ら
the class representative, so you have to try harder.
寝ちゃダメだよ
Now going to sleep.
私さ、クラス委員長じゃなくて、
You see, rather than be the class representative, I'd rather be president of the boxing club.
いっぱい寝れるから。
They get to sleep a lot.
お
Huh?
してその心は
What makes you think that?
水泳部なだけに、
At the boxing gym, they're always hitting the sack.
なんちゃっ
Get
て
it?。
And then I think Mion just got decked. Or maybe the teacher came round and was like, no sleeping in class. The teacher cackled as she hit the back of Mion's head with the corner of a textbook. Ooh, that's gonna leave a mark.
お後がよろしいようで
That's all from me.
今日はこれくらいにしましょう
I'll leave it at that for today.
委員長号令
Representative, please direct the class.
起立
Everybody stand up.
気をつけ
And attention.
Mion, who had been half asleep, became lively again the moment she heard that class was over. Must be delightful to be that shrewd. Homeroom was done after the lower grades had finished their lessons, so we were free to go. It was one of the odd rules we had as a mixed grade school. When they knew class was over, Satoko and Rika-chan returned to the classroom.
お疲れ様なのです
Good work today.
さあ楽しい
All right, it's time for fun. It's time for happy fun at club activities.
よっしゃ
Yeah,
そうだね
that's right.
今日は何をしようかね
What should we do today?
ねえみーちゃん
Hey, Mi-chan,
今日は昨日のイベン
why
ト
not
の
we
続き
continue
には
what we
ならない
started
の
yesterday?
そうそう
Yes,
そうですわ
we should do that.
あれだけ大盛り上がり
To have it end like that when things were getting good. I won't accept it.
まあまあ
Now.
気持ちはわかるけど
I know how you
ま
feel,
たの
but
機会
let's save that for another time.
放課後の教室
Something like that shouldn't be done somewhere dinky like a classroom after school, but on a grander stage.
俺はいつでもいいけどな
I'm down whenever.
決勝戦は後輩たち
Some
の
of the younger guys said they'd watch me in the finals,
あらかじめ日取りを決め
so
て
let me know ahead of time.
わ
Wow,
ーケイチくんすごい
Keiichi-kun, you're amazing.
応援してくれる人がい
There's
るんだ
people
ね
cheering you
だ
on.
ね
Cheering you on.
レナにも応援してく
I
れ
wonder
る
if there's
人
anybody
い
cheering
な
for
いかな
Reina.
I couldn't help but watch as Reina entered her pinning maiden mode. Or
手はいけ
pining.
ないけどレナの優勝俺が祈って
I can't read, I told you. It's the English words that are difficult. I'm not gonna pull any punches, but I'll pray for your victory, Reina. With a Sasharin? With a Sasharin Keiichi brand smile, I ruffled Reina's hair roughly. That's one hell of a sentence. Ruffled Reina's hair roughly.
Keiichi-kun, what are you...
Reina turned bright red and short-circuited, smoke billowing from both her ears. Gazing into her eyes, a strange scene of me holding hands with Reina and skipping through a flower bed was reflected there. Even if it was in someone else's imagination, it was terrifyingly troubling.
レナ殺しのケイチなのです
Meet Keiichi, the Reina killer.
I fear for my life. around that girl. When Rika-chan said that, everyone burst out laughing at once.
でもそのレナは
Then Reina is the Sakura and Rika-chan killer, though.
確かにレナさんには勝てないかもし
It
れ
may
ま
be true that we can't win against Reina.
ゲイツ
But I won't lose to Keiichi.
へえ。
Oh,
なんか面白い相
this
関
is
だな
becoming a pretty interesting relationship map.
俺たちの強さってじゃんけん
Our
みたいに
strengths kind of
相性
interact
があ
like
るわけ
rock,
だ
paper, scissors.
でもそれ
But that doesn't include Mion, does it?
当たり前でしょ
Of course not.
私
Doesn't matter who it is. I won't
誰
lose.
にでも負けないし
Mion leered with a gaze befitting of a club president. No, befitting of an empress. The mood in the room became more lively. It was as good a movement as any to get started.
さーて
Well now,
ぼちぼち始めようか
let's
ね
get started nice and easy. Yeah.
それでみーちゃん
So then, Mii-chan, what should we do today?
Mion let out a small interjection as she rummaged through the so-called club locker. Every time I look, there's always a ton of things crammed in there. Everything that's jammed in that locker is a game of some kind, you know? On top of that, things used for penalty games like cat ears and collars were kept in there. The capacity of that thing is unfathomable. That locker. Maybe it actually extended through the wall and into the fourth dimension. But that's my theory anyways. Why did my brain go? But that's just a theory. A game no. If not that, then how else could you explain someone could pull out an item after item? After Mion touched her hand to her chin briefly in thought, she turned around without pulling any games.
今日はさちょっとシンプルに
Why don't we try and keep it a bit simple today?
大道具を使ったゲームばかりってのは
Playing games that
大
require
味じゃない
lots of
でしょ
pieces all the time can be a little bland, right?
どんなゲームでもみんなでやれば大
Doesn't
盛
matter
り
what
上が
kind
り
of
しま
game
す
it
で
is,
す
if everyone plays together, we can have fun. Yeah, that's right, that's right!
Reina and I both expressed our agreement. I just didn't do it in text form. I feel the same way. With this group, there's no doubt even if we were pulling weeds from the school grounds, it'd be fun.
私は楽しくないですわ
That wouldn't be very fun for me.
草むしりなんか
Pulling weeds or whatever.
あやっぱりか
Ah, that's right, isn't
って
it?
いうかさとこ
By the way,
人
Satoko,
の表情を見て考え
just
る
start reading people's minds by looking at their expressions.
ケイチ君は顔に考えてることがすぐ
Whatever
出
you're
るから
thinking
ね
is always written all over your face.
すぐ分かっちゃうんだよ
So I always know right away.
I've been told that, but ever since I transferred, it's been especially bad. I need to develop a poker face, or I could be in for a rough time.
はーいみんな傾聴
Alright, everybody pay attention.
ルールを説明するよ
I'm going to explain the rules.
We all immediately cut the idle chatter and put on our stern expressions. In no time at all, everybody's gaze was focused like a tiger or a shark, listening intently. That's right. From the point where the rules are explained, the match has already begun.
今日のゲームは割とパーティーゲームでは知られてるや
Today's
つなん
game
です
is
ね
probably better known as a party game.
シンパシーっていうんだ
It's
けど
called
聞いた
sympathy.
ことある人いる
Anybody heard of it before?
Sympathy. It means to share someone's feelings, right? Huh? Maybe I might know about this.
ミートそれひょっとして
Mii-chan, maybe it's
お題目を決めてみんな
a
で連
game where we
想する
choose
言
a
葉を
topic
書い
and
て
everyone writes down the first word that comes to mind.
同じ答えを書いた人
The
が
more
多けれ
people
ば
who
多い
share
ほ
the
ど
same answers, the
っていう
more
ゲーム
points
かな
rewarded.
だったらレナ知ってるよ
In that case, Raina knows about it.
Aha, I remember. I recall playing a game like that in grade school while we were on the bus during a field trip.
知らないゲームでしたよ
I'm not familiar with this game.
説明してほしいです
I would like an explanation.
まずね親がお題
First
目
of
を
all,
決
we
め
have
る
a
んだ
leader choose a topic.
例えば
For
デ
example,
ザートっていうお
if
題
we
目
choose
を決めたと
dessert,
する Satoko はデザートって言われたら
Satoko,
真っ先に何を
when somebody says dessert, what's the first thing you think of?
そうですがね。
Let's see here.
例えば
Pudding or something.
オッケー。だったら
Okay.
satoko は手元
In
のメ
that
モ
case,
に
Sakura, you would write pudding down on your memo pad.
で全員で
Then
一斉の
everybody reveals
手で
their
答
answer
え
at
を
the
答
same
えし合う
time.
でプリンって書いた
If
人が
there's two or more
二人
people
以上い
that
れば
wrote down
得点
pudding, they get points.
いればいるほど高得点だ
More
から
people who write down the
全
same
員
answer,
と
the
同
more
じ答え
points
だ
are
ったら
awarded.
最大5点入るわ
So
け
if everyone writes down the same answer, that's a max of 5 points.
つまりみんなと同じ答え
In
になる
other
ように
words,
考
the
え
trick is
る
to
のが
think
コ
of
ツ
something
なの
you
で
would
す。
write down is the same answer as everyone else.
It was exactly as Rika-chan said. The point of this game was to think in a way so that you could have the same answer as everybody else. For example, even if you heard the word dessert and immediately thought of strawberry sundae, if your answer doesn't match up with everyone else, you don't get any points. That's why you have to hold off on that answer and change to one that seems like one everyone else would choose. The key becomes not what you think yourself, but being able to predict what everyone else will answer. It's a very high-level intellectual game.
みー、さとこのために
Me?
一回だけ
For
練習を
Satiko's
して
sake,
みま
let's
しょ
try
うです
practicing for one round.
オッケー
Okay,
親は部
for
長
this
である
round, seeing as
私
I'm club president, the leader will be me, alright?
お題目を何か適当に
Topic can be something random.
Taking out her literature textbook, she began flipping to a random note.
じゃあ一回だけ練習せね
Okay then, this is only practice round.
最初のお題
First topic is shaved ice.
かき氷って言ったら
When you say
決まってるよね
shaved ice.
Shived? What the fuck is a shive? I don't know. I was too busy reading the I in ice, it would appear.
When you say shaved ice, there's only one answer, isn't there?
Among the standard flavors of shaved ice, there's strawberry, melon, and blue Hawaii. I'm not familiar with blue Hawaii. What does Hawaii taste like? The most popular among those is obviously melon. I'm a strawberry
みんな書
person
いた
out of those, if only because I don't know what the fuck a blue Hawaii tastes like.
Everyone wrote down an answer?
じゃあ一斉に公開するよ
And everybody show their answers at the same time, okay?
一斉の
Ready, go!
いちごんとき
What the fuck is in Uji? What the hell is Ujintoki? Ujijinto? I don't even. Like, I was with the strawberry gang on this one, so. What? I'm the only one with melon?
お前ら
You guys!
なんてスタンダード
Don't go doing something so mundane as picking strawberry as the standard.
おいレナかき氷でイチゴなん
Hey
て
Raina, would you actually order shaved ice?
一番早く売り切れ
Of
る
the
のは
strawberry variety?
買ってるんだぜ
First thing that always sells out at summer festivals is always melon, isn't it?
レナもメロン味は好きだよ
Rita also likes melon
でも
flavor.
やっぱりい
But
ちご味だよ
really,
ね
it's all about the strawberry, right? Right?
ケイちゃん確かに私も選ぶ
Kei-chan, if I was to
なら
pick, I would actually choose melon.
だけどね
But you see,
これは連
this is a word association game.
かき氷って言っ
If
たら
somebody says shaved ice, and the first thing you think of is strawberry.
I'm still not entirely convinced, but in any case, it's this type of game.
リカのは何て書いてあります
Rika, what exactly did you write?
それかき氷ですね
Is that a type of shaved ice?
宇治金時です
It's Ujijintoki.
たまらない美味しさなのです
It's
よ
incredibly delicious, you know?
Well, it might be delicious, sure, but it's not exactly run-of-the-mill. Still, that's a pretty refined choice. I'm gonna have to Google this now, aren't I? Okay, it's green tea shaved ice. That is a very interesting choice for... You know what, actually now that I think about it, it makes perfect sense, and I don't know why I ever questioned it.
さとここれで大体分かったかな
Sadako, did this help you get a good idea?
いちごって書いた人は
There were 3 people who
仲間
wrote
が
down
3人い
strawberry,
る
so
から
those people
3
will
点
get 3 points.
この調子で点を競って
We compete to see who can get the most.
え
Yeah, yeah.
えわかりました。
I've got it.
それよりミオさん、
More importantly,
今日
Mion-san,
の
what
罰ゲームは何
should we do about today's penalty game?
やっぱりあ
There's
る
going
ん
to
だ
be
ね。
one after all.
何かな
What will
何
it
かな
be? What will it be?
うーん
Ah,
何にしようかね
what should it be?
ケイちゃん何か提案あ
Kei-chan,
る
do you have a suggestion?
え罰ゲーム
For the penalty game?
そうだな小学校の頃
When I was in
罰
elementary
ゲームって
school,
のがあったら
that was a penalty game. Yeah.
やっぱりあれだよ
It
な
can only be that.
そう荷物持ちだ
What the hell is schlepping?
つまり負けた人が全員の荷物を持
In
た
other
され
words,
て
that thing where the loser has to carry around everyone else's baggage.
男子がよくやってるね
It happens often around the boys.
全身ランドセル
Elementary
だらけ
school
にして
kids walking
歩いてる
around
小学
complete the
生
covenant
よく見るし
backpacks. You see it a lot.
でもどうするの
How will we do that?
さとこちゃんとリカち
So
ゃん
the
の
guy
お
and
家
Rika
は
Chan's houses are in the
私たち
complete
と
opposite
逆
direction
方向な
from
の
us.
じゃあ1位の荷物をビリが家まで
And
運んで
how
あ
about
げ
the
る
loser carries just the winner's stuff to their house?
全員の荷物の宅配
Getting everyone's stuff to their house would involve carrying a pretty sizable distance.
あ、うん、
Oh yeah,
それくらいなら
just that
いいかも
much.
ね
And that might be alright.
なんだか今日の罰ゲームは簡単ですわね
Somehow today's penalty game is pretty simple.
この程度の罰ゲームではケイチさんにやら
But
せ
the
ても面
penalty game
白
at
くあり
this
ま
level
せ
would
ん
even be
わ
fun to make Keiichi-san do it.
じゃあもうちょっとレベルアップしようか
Then
ね
shall we raise the stakes a bit?
ただ荷物運びをするだけじゃな
Not
く
just plain porter.
じゃ
Ta-da!
これを着て荷物運びをしてもらうというの
How
は
about
どう
we
か
have
ね
someone schlep stuff around dressed in this?
な
Do I want to see what I'm about to see?
なぜにメイド服
Why a maid outfit of all things?
It's cute and all, but
そんな
no
のいい
way!
でもでも
But you see, do you see?
ケイチさんが負けた場合はど
What do we do
う
if Keiichi-san loses?
Yeah, then you all suffer.
ケイチさんに着れるサイズがなけ
If
れ
you don't have a size that fits him.
そこは抜かりないよ
Oh, I didn't let that little detail get by.
ケイちゃん用にちゃ
I have
ん
a
と
nice
XL
XL
サイ
size,
ズも用意して
just
あるもん
one
ね
prepared just for Kei-chan.
さあケイちゃん
So
覚悟はいい
Kei-chan, are you ready?
メイドコスさせて
I'm gonna have you walk around dressed up as a maid.
カチューシャからそりゃも
From
う
the
何から
headband to the
何ま
garter
で
belt,
全部揃ってる
even
ん
the
だからね
underwear. I've got it all prepared for you.
絶対変だ
This is insane!
サイズごとに
Why do you have every possible size of that type of thing in that locker? This is bad, Keiichi Maibara. Somehow, it's become a situation where my only failure results in an overly cruel price to pay. What if I made a mistake and lose? I wouldn't be able to walk around in broad daylight anymore. Oh, ma'am, about that Maibara boy. Did you hear about him? Seems like he has a penchant for cross-dressing. You're gonna fucking judge. Skirts are comfy, okay? Provided you get one of the loose-fitting ones. Don't judge me. Oh my, really? It'd be so embarrassing, you know. And then they'll all laugh like Satoko, but I don't want to do that because I just got done recording the podcast before I recorded this. But I will scream as Keiichi. Nah!
それは辛すぎる
That's way too harsh! That's incredibly brutal! If we're to return this penalty to some semblance of normalcy, now is the only time! Everybody, I think we should refrain from this unwholesome penalty game. Where are you on the way back home from school? Do we have to be accompanied by a girl wearing a maid uniform and carrying our baggage? Having some say master while dragging them around in the village in such an embarrassing outfit. Actually, now that I've said that. Wait, why am I panting? What is this? This feeling welling up inside me and my trousers.
It's just making a normal penalty game. Keiichi-kun is frozen stiff.
She said the S word. Everything's fallen into place. Burning with passion, I firmly place my hands on Reina's shoulders. Reina, there is no problem with this penalty game. Assuming I don't lose, that is. I just have to win. That's right, everybody. I turn to everybody with an idiotic grin, my pearly whites flashing with a brilliant gleam.
Oh, Kei-chan, you've come around to the idea, huh? No matter what the penalty game is, there's no reason to be afraid. You just have to win. Right, everybody? Yeah!
See, these three get it. From Mion to Rika, everybody energetically thrust their fists up high. Only Reina seems somewhat undecided, standing there looking flustered. She's a little bit slow, isn't she? If she wins, even for Reina, it's quite a delectable opportunity. Hey, Reina. Don't you see this is a pretty big opportunity? Rika-chan or Satoko-chan in a maid outfit coming right to your doorstep? This is a historically great chance, isn't it? Ah, I'm glad she's had the same reaction as me right now. Reina began spouting a fountain of blood from her nose. The look in her eyes completely changed. She shifted into cute mode. I was waiting for this, Reina. The look in her eyes.
To my doorstep? It's not like Keiichi-kun and Mii-chan wouldn't be good too. Alright! Looks like everyone's prepared themselves. Get your memo pads ready! First question, ready?
Mion opened up her textbook to a random page and read a word that caught her eye.
First topic is summer break!
This is yet another quite abstract keyword. Well then, let's not worry about it too much and start with something like this.
Everybody good? Time to show them. Ready, go!
On Mion's signal, everyone simultaneously held up what they wrote. Let's see, what did everybody write? 2 for summer festival, 1 for fireworks, 1 for mosquito coils.
Oh, Reina and I have the same answer. Alright, 2 points. But Sadako's fireworks was pretty good too. Rika's mosquito coil is a very nice seasonal choice as well. All of the choices are quite invigorating. It's almost summer break, isn't it? I wonder how we'll spend it this year.
Probably at the Watanagashi. Invigorating words that invoke the image of summer break. Certainly things that enrich the soul. As everyone approaches the soon-to-come summer break, a plethora of dreams should be etched upon their thoughts.
By the way, Keiichi-san, what did you answer? Hurry up and show us.
I didn't really write down anything that great.
No. Showing is part of the rules. Now, come on.
Stop! Don't look! Homework. My god, Keiichi, you are one boring bastard, aren't you? The room went silent. Nobody could really follow Nobody could really follow up that response. It's as if my it's as if my impertinent answer had somehow sullied the wonderful dreams of the coming summer break.
Keiichi-kunの夏休みって楽しくなか
Keiichi-kun's
ったん
summer
だね。
breaks were never fun, were they?
大丈夫ですよ。
It's alright.
今年の夏は
Let's spend
みん
some
な
of
で
this year
過ご
with
しましょう
everybody.
です。ケイイチを一人ぼっち
He
に
won't
はし
leave
ま
you
せ
by
ん
your
ですよ。
lonesome.
Rika-chan gently petted my head. What exactly did summer break mean to me? Summer courses, observing sunflowers, practice exams, special summer focus seminars. I know nothing of hot summers, because I've always been in an air-conditioned cram school. Ugh. The tears, they...
ケイちゃんの夏休み灰色だったん
Kei-chan's
だ
summer
ね。
breaks were always devoid of hopes and dreams, weren't they?
Don't look at me with such pity in your eyes! Don't look at me! This game called Sympathy may be more terrifying than I could ever imagine.
まあとにかく
Well, anyhow,
私とレナは2
Rita
点
and I get 2 points each.
続けていくよ。
Let's keep going. Next is fish.
So it's fish. Come to think of it, I haven't eaten sushi in a while. By the way, rather than lean tuna, I'm quite the connoisseur on things like flounder. To me, a fish is a fish. But yeah, we don't have the refined palates that the Japanese probably do when it comes to fish. Which is weird now that we both live on islands, now that I think about it. That's by the by. I wonder who I'll match with this answer. Because for a Japanese person, anyone would think of this.
じゃあいいかみんな
Alright, everybody.
今度は俺から公開するぜ
This time we'll start from mine.
いっせーの
Ready, go! Sushi. How about that for an answer? When you see a lively fish, do you want to steam it or grill it? No. To have fresh sashimi is the epitome of cult cuisine. I almost said culture. I've just, been on the internet too long. Rather than white sashimi, however, there was more W's in that sentence than there needed to be, but I'll gloss over it for now. Rather than right sashimi, however, I'll choose the more amiable term in sushi. That is my cunning ploy. But contrary to the intrepid resolve of my reply, everyone's expression was listless.
そうだよね。
Oh, that's right.
お魚って
When you say fish, I see.
お寿司は美味しいもんね。
Sushi is tasty, isn't it?
Here we go, not winning this game again.
そんなどうしよう
Stop talking to me in that consoling tone! Stop it!
じゃあ残る全員も公開するよ。
Well then, should the rest of us show our answers?
いっせー
Ready, go!
イルカ
We got dolphin, okay. We got whale, that's an interesting one.
水族館。
Aquarium is also an interesting
水
one.
族館。
We got 2 for aquarium. Cool. I was gonna say, what happens if no one gets it the same answer?
理科と同じ答えですわね。
I was gonna say also, judging from the voices, I think the lollies have it.
Rika and I have the same answer.
2点獲得
That's
です
2
わ。
points.
レナはクジラか。
Anna picked whale, huh?
私も考えたんだ
I
けど
thought
ね
about that
イルカにしちゃ
too,
った
but I ended up picking dolphin. It's like a whale, but smaller. It's also like a fish, but bigger.
Yes, Mion, we all know what a dolphin is, thank you.
ああ、そうだったの。
Really?
レナは最初イル
Rita
カって書い
wanted to write
たんだ
dolphin
け
at
ど、
first, but
誰も書か
Rita
ないかな
didn't
って
think anyone
思
else
って
would write that.
どっ ちらもとっても可愛いのですよ。
Either one of them is very cute.
That was very threatening for Rika, I'm sorry. Everybody, excluding me, stopped and stared blankly as their thoughts drifted over the horizon. It seemed as if they can hear the roar of the open sea from over there.
これで全員2点獲得ですわね。
This means that everybody has 2 points.
ケイチさん以外
Well, everybody but Keiichi-san.
ケイチ君の答え
Keiichi-kun's answers.
レナはとっても
They were
独
worth
創的で
0
面
points,
白いと思うな。
But Raina thinks they were very unique and interesting. Yeah, interesting.
魚と聞いて真っ先に
Immediately think of food when you hear the word fish.
ケイちゃん
Kei-chan, you really should be ashamed of how destitute your soul is, huh?
Them's big words for you, Mion. I think. Don't say something like my soul is destitute! Besides, what's with Mion's and Raina's answers anyway? Those aren't even fish, those are mammals!
全会一致で却下
Objection overruled!
次の問題いくよ
Next!
What a horrid game this is today. As the games pile on, it seems that I will be further exposed as a petty human being. I'm the only one who still hasn't earned any points. I want to at least get a point in the next round.
さて次のお題目は
Alright, the next topic is Sakura!
Damn it! This time I'll do it. Keep your cool, Keiichi Maibara. Don't think what you would normally think. Everyone else here is a girl. Stop thinking like a man. I don't think that's your issue here. If you write down Sakura Mochi here, you'll only be repeating the tragedies of the past. I already think I know what answer everyone else is going to write. Throw away that gastrocentric male sensibility. These words are far beyond my vocabulary. Please, stop throwing them at me without warning. Just for now, think of yourself as a girl. You are a girl. You're a girl. I'm a girl. I fucking will be if I'm wearing that maid outfit later.
Everybody finish writing?
いくよ
Let's do it!
ケイチさん今度は
Keiichi-san, if you don't
やばい
start getting points right now, would it be a bit dangerous?
This time it's perfect. I've completely suppressed my own instincts. This time, I will have a match. No, I will make it a match.
ケイチ君今度は自信たっぷりだ
Keiichi-kun,
ね
you seem pretty confident about this one.
レナね今度はケイ
You
チ
see,
君と会う
this time Raina thought like a boy so I could match up with your answer.
Fuck.
桜餅
Sakura Mochi.
僕も大好きなのです
I like them too.
炊きましたですよ
I wrote it down.
Raina and Rika giggled together. I don't know if I should be screaming or not. I'm gonna not for the time being, just for the sake of everyone else. Now is not the time to think with your stomach.
ではケイチさんは
Well then, Keiichi-san, what did you write down? Did you write down the same answer as me? I put down Hanami.
そうだよね
That's right.
桜って言ったら
When you say Sakura, it just has to be Hanami, yeah?
私も書いたよ
I wrote that down too.
Mion and Satoko's response was Hanami. Hanami? Seriously? That's the kind of event where all geezers get drunk and doing all sorts of depraved things is the standard, isn't it? Why of all times did you just abandon answering from a girl's point of view?
じゃあ何ケイちゃん
Well then, Kei-chan,
あんた
what sort of girly response did you write down?
It's nothing. Let's move on to the next topic. Moving on. Before I knew it, Rika-chan had circled behind me and was intently reading the memo I'd hidden behind my back.
口紅って書いてありますです
God, Captain Sakura! Oh, damn. What an answer. I love it. I mean, yeah. Can't write that for copyright reasons, but I get the reference.
Codemaster Sakura is written down here.
It became dead quiet. The abrupt silence enveloped the room. It'd be fine if somebody had at least laughed or played it off as something dumb, but nobody even flinched. The feeling in the pit of my stomach reached critical mass, causing my once blood-drained face to flush with a sudden wave of heat. I think I exploded and caused the music to restart. Sakura can only mean Codemaster Sakura, can't it? It's a super popular anime that's broadcast every week on the government-run networks. It's like Yu-Gi-Oh! For girls. No, I shouldn't say that. I haven't actually seen Card Captor, but then again, I don't think I've seen much of Yu-Gi-Oh! I know the memes with the finger guns, and that's about it. I feel like there's meant to be commentary here, and there just isn't. So, yeah. It's broken through every demographic, from little girls to grown men. You've seen it, haven't you? No, you've definitely seen it. Even I've seen it.
Yeah,
even without the false explanation, I know about it. It's that thingy where she fights in a different costume every week, right? Yeah, I know. Yup. It's cute, isn't it?
I don't know where the voice acting went. It's meant to be here somewhere. But, I don't know. Maybe I just need to maybe I just need to update the patch. Maybe. Actually, now that I think about it, that's probably it. I'll do that before next episode.
Yup, it's cute, isn't it? Reader sometimes browses through it at the magazine stand to keep up with the story. I saw it for the first time recently. Sakura is cool and so cheerful all the time. I like the girl who was always filming with the camcorder. It's not just popular with little girls, but it's also surprisingly well received by older boys, isn't it?
I see where that smug grin's going, Mion. Shut up. I'm not like that.
Do you think K-chan was one of those?
I felt like I had inadvertently blurted out something unnecessary and completely self-destructed. But that wasn't the main problem. So you all know it, don't you? Then why didn't you write it down? Sakura means Sakura Kinomoto. Sakura-tan! Codemaster Sakura is the right answer! I don't know what that noise is meant to signify, but... Oh, Mion quietly put her hand on my shoulder.
Kei-chan.
Kei-chan.
今確信したわ。
Now I'm certain.
ケイちゃんは骨の髄まで。
Kei-chan,
親父
you
な
are
んだ。
to the very core a geezer.
強制不能なく。
Irrecoverably so.
There's the voice acting. Why is everyone looking at me filled with those eyes of pity?
そんなことないよ、ケイチ君。
That's not true, Keiichi-kun.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to rest my hand on the desk and it just keeps making my mouse wander on screen.
Okay,
頑張ろう。
let's do our best.
ここから大逆転だよ。
Here's where the comeback begins.
You're not the one that's behind, Reina. You're in joint first with 4 points.
親父なケイチさんに逆
There's
転
no
などあ
coming
りえませんわ
back from Kei-chan the geezer.
おとなしく今日の罰ゲームを送ら
Now
な
give
さい
up quietly and accept your penalty.
What was today's penalty game again?
メイドさん衣装、カチューシャ、
Dressing up as a
ミソッ
maid,
クス付きで
complete with
ジンの人
hairband
の
and
荷物
garter
を
belt while
運ぶの
carrying
です
around the
よ。
winner's stuff.
Rika-chan developed some kind of weird accent there, and I'm not sure what it was. All I know that at this point, the only concrete thing I have about Rika is she's soft-spoken. As to what she sounds like, ask me today, she sounds like one thing. Ask me tomorrow, she sounds wrong. Probably should settle on the voice, considering, you know, this is chapter 2! That's me trying to decide on a voice for more than 3 people.
Alright! You're real members of this club. Show me you won't let anybody come back from this disadvantage. Alright, let's keep it rolling.
I have a horrible, horrible feeling about this trip home.
Keiichi-kun seems happy. Why? How can this be? He's probably awoken to the joys of cross-dressing. Keiichi-kun, your hairband is going to fall off. Let me fix that for you.
Reina cheerfully adjusted the hairband that had been enshrined upon my head.
How's it feel, Kei-chan? Have you awoken to the pleasures of wearing girls' clothing in front of actual girls? Be honest now. It's alright. We won't laugh. Much.
There's the bloodlust! You jack! I'm gonna murder you! Scratch that, reverse it. Swinging Mion's bag around wildly, I chased her in circles for a bit. Today's loser was quickly decided to be me. When I had been assured of finishing last, Mion showed her true power. She began racking up points with an iron fist. In the end, we didn't even have to add up the score to know who was on top. I was gonna say, after that in the changing room, I think I was just fucking mugged for something. With much wailing and gnashing of teeth, pushing the boundaries of shame and brutality, I was instructed by Mion on how to put everything on, from ribbons to underwear. Damn you, Mion. What do you mean knowing this will come in handy one day? How the bloody hell will a man knowing how to put on a garter belt be useful?
Kei-chan, you're too loud. If you stay quiet, you might be able to pass this off as rehearsal for a play. She's right. If you cause a scene here, they'll find out that you're wearing women's clothing right down to the unmentionables.
I think I can recreate that voice. Hold on, let me take a few steps back. And by steps, I mean wheel myself away from my desk. Oh man, that peaked my mic even away from the fucking thing. Also, I need a drink desperately. Good old water, you've never failed me while I've been here. I shuddered from head to toe, resisting the urge to scream. Too late, game. Too late.
Actually, Kei-chan, you have really smooth skin. You often told her that it's easier to apply makeup on you?
Saying that, Mion gently rubbed my cheek. Ugh! The kind of man gets praised for being easy to apply makeup on them. Hey, look. I was gonna say in this day and age, you do what you want, dude. I gotta remember, this is in 1984. I mean, no one's stopping you. It's just I think people may or may not have been slightly more judgmental back then. And again, maybe not. I don't know. I didn't fucking live those years. Who am I to judge?
Maid さんのカチューシャをつけた感想はどう?
How does it feel wearing a maid's headband?
I'm gonna be real honest. I wore a headband on the regular. That's not the one that's probably the issue. Maybe the sexy underwear is.
It really finishes off the look. The headband is the best part of the maid outfit, after all.
Hey, Mion, it's all about the thighs. I don't know what you're on about. What do you mean finishes off the look? Dumbass! Stop teasing me!
Keiji-kun is embarrassed. Cute! That's right. Men like things like garter belts, right?
Oh, great. Now I'm being called out for being a fucking perv. Good. We all knew it, but I didn't need the game calling it out as well.
So, how does it feel wearing one of those yourself?
I don't really feel anything. Hey, stop it! Don't flip it up!
It's tight, isn't it?
I dislike how it sounded like she got closer to me. That was weird as hell.
Can you feel it rubbing up against your skin as you walk?
Stop! Don't whisper such strange things in my ear. Why am I making the how noises? My miserable manlyhood my miserable manhood suddenly shifted. Suddenly? Subtly. It's one of those words that's somewhat hard to say. Eh, it doesn't matter.
You're turning red! You're turning red! Have you finally realized it? That's right. Right now, Kei-chan is exactly the type of maid that every healthy male wants. And some of the unhealthy ones, who am I to judge?
Stop it, Mion! Really? Why do you have to whisper that right into my ear?
Have you ever just wanted to hold a maid close to you? Kei-chan, you currently become one with that maid. Don't you see? That's a distance far closer than mere touch can ever achieve.
I feel like I'm having some weird ASMR right now, and I don't like it.
There. Can't you hear that pulse? That breath?
I'm not the only one that's aroused right now, thank God. That's... On the verge of overheating, a long red line flowed out of Reina's nose.
Put in our makeup properly. Why don't you wear a wig with the straight long hair you like so much? Kei-chan, I've made you into your ideal woman. And now, you're going to walk around town with me. You'll surely monopolize the eyes of all the men. That would definitely make you feel really good, wouldn't it? If only you didn't have this big thing dangling between your legs, you'd be a real girl.
Saying that, she tried to flip my skirt. But what? This is definitely not the time. I can't let them see me with this male-centric problem. It's alright, I gave him the old 1-2 combo. Before I realized it, Reina was caressing my head and rubbing me with her cheek.
Keiichi-kun, when you were fidgeting like that, he was super cute! I'm gonna take you home!
Peering through Reina's vice-like embrace, I saw Mion laying spread eagle on her back. I see. This must be what Satoko and Rika-chan feel like when they become Reina's prey. After that, it took quite some time to calm Reina down from her frenzy.
Later, Kei-chan! Today was super enjoyable!
You will rue this day, Mion! This disgrace shall be returned tenfold! And I'll achieve an overwhelming victory, and then condemn you to a public shaming!
Only if you can beat me! I look forward to seeing you try!
Mion tossed me my clothes, and looking as in a good a mood as I've ever seen her, left. Okay, now
イオンから解放された今、俺は一
that I've been released by Mion, I can't waste even a second running home.
そうだね。
By the way,
レナはミーちゃんみたいに
Reno
上手
isn't as
じゃ
good
ない
as
から
me-chan.
誰かとすれ違っても
So if
フォ
we
ロー
happen
して
to
あ
bump
げられ
into
ないから
anybody,
ね。
we'll be able to follow up for you, okay?
Soon after that, I went into a full-out dash. I'm pretty sure I was running the 100-meter in about 6 seconds there.
じゃあね、ケイチくん。
Alright, Kichi-kun.
また明日ね。
See you tomorrow.
おう、また
Yeah, see you tomorrow. The fact that I didn't bump into anybody I knew was probably divine favor for my constant good behavior. It's been going my way today. At that moment, the front door opened as if somebody was waiting for me.
おお、ケイチ。
Don't ask questions, Dad. Please. Don't ask questions. Oh, Keiichi.
帰ったか。
So you're home.
お父さんはこれから。
I was just about to go for a walk. I was dumbstruck at how slow my father was to react. Look, if your father doesn't ask questions, he's the best kind of dad. The one who doesn't question his son's motives no matter what he does. A normal person would have realized the peculiar scene around them. Oh, Keiichi.
あの、
Dad.
これはほら、いつも話
This
してる
is...
部活の罰ゲームなんだよ。
You see, you know that club I'm always talking about? This is one of the penalty games we do there.
今日はたまたま俺が負けちゃって。
Just so happened I lost today. My dad placed his hand on my shoulder. It was an oddly moist and uncomfortable warm. That's the most horrifying thing I've read all day. Oh, I don't like the word moist. Then again, I guess it's better than damp.
ケイチ。
Dad? No. Keiichi.
父さんとアトリエでちょっと。
Let's have a little talk in my studio.
母さんに。
We'll keep it a secret from Mom, of course.
やだよ、お父さん。
No, Dad, let go!
俺、今から。
There's a show I want to watch right now! Mion, you shall rule this day! His artistic flame raging like a wildfire. My dad dragged me along. I disappeared into the depths of the studio. And I was painted like one of his French girls. You know, the ones that Mom doesn't know about. And that I'm not supposed to talk about. Keiichi, are you home?
あら、
Oh, you were in the bath.
それ化粧水よ。
Is that makeup remover?
いや、 それより何？
More importantly, what's the matter?
ごめんね。
Sorry.
お母さんちょっと頭が痛
I
く
have a
て。
headache and don't think
お
I
夕
can
飯
make
作
dinner
れそうに
tonight.
ないの。だから申し訳ない
I'm
んだけ
terribly
ど。
sorry, but
お父
could
さ
you
んと
go out
一
to
緒に
eat with your
表に
dad?
食べに行ってくれる？
My mom is a go-get-em superwoman at work, but it occasionally takes a toll on her health. So this kind of situation is hardly a rarity.
それはいいけど、
That's fine, but
母さんは晩飯はどう
what will you eat?
母さん一人なら適当になんとかする
It's
から。
fine if it's just myself. I can probably find a way to scrounge something together.
いってらっしゃい。
Take care.
ケイチ。
Keiichi,
車で行くから早く
take
し
the
な
car,
さい。
so hurry up. Dad quickly got the car ready. He must be hungry. He really only moves so energetically when it's time to eat.
お待たせ。
Sorry to keep you waiting.
で、どこに食べに？
So, where are we going to eat?
お父さんな。
I recently found a nice store. Let's go there.
そこ行こうか。
But Dad usually only complains about things. For him to actually praise something is unexpected. I wonder what kind of place it is that he'd rank it. I wonder what kind of place it is that he'd rank it 3 stars. As one who seeks the way of the gourmand, I, Keiichi Maibara, am genuinely intrigued. The headlights of the car cut through the eerie darkness of the Hinamizawan. I think that's how you pronounce that. Hinamizawa night, carving up a straight path toward town. I was pondering where such a gem of a restaurant could be hidden away. It was, shockingly, the family restaurant right by the station.
父さんの言ういい店って
Dad, the great restaurant you were talking about was this? The words Angel Mort were written on a very family restaurant-esque cartoonish logo. Angel Mort? I mean like dead angel? Yeah, Mort is some form of language for dead. Thank you, Pratchett, for that one. It had the air of a girl-oriented, all-you-can-eat cake buffet rather than a proper restaurant.
圭一は入ったことないだろ
You've never been inside, Keiichi. Come to think of it, I haven't. There's been some times where I traveled to faraway towns to eat, but returning is only as far as Okinomiya Station. There really was no reason to dine out. Holmes was just a stone's throw away after all. I see. That was the reason I'd never noticed it before. We stopped the car in the restaurant's parking lot. It seemed like business is booming. There's quite a few cars parked here. But what really amazes me are the license plates. There's a lot of them that can't be from this area. Fukuyama, Nagoya. Well, that's fine. Chiba? Saitama? Opening up my mental geography book, I calculated how long it would have taken to get here via the major highways.
圭一もどうやら
Keiichi,
この店のす
it
ごい
seems you finally realized how amazing this restaurant is.
どういうこと
What's the meaning of this?
この店に来るために
How could so many people travel from so far away just to come to this restaurant? Following my dad, I climbed the steps and entered the building. The bell attached to the door clattered as we entered, and a waitress soon greeted us. After confirming our party size and whether we wanted a smoking or non-smoking seat, she guided us inside. Dad ordered 2 of the daily specials. It seems that they were ready-made, so there wasn't much of a wait at all until our meals were brought to us. The taste was, no offense to Dad, not so different from your run-of-the-mill family restaurant.
味だけで言えば普通のファミレスに見える
If you're just talking about the taste, it seems like a normal family restaurant fare.
味なんかはどうでもいいんだ
Who gives a damn about the taste, Keiichi?
なあ
See?
いいだろう
Isn't it great? I see. It just may be that the food here might be nothing more than average. The demographic of the customers was pretty much all young men. It may call itself a family restaurant, but there wasn't a single table with a family. And yet it was packed. The parking lot was filled with cars from all corners of the country. If they didn't come from far and wide to eat this completely mediocre food, then there's only one other reason. To stare at the waitresses. Dad flagged down a nearby waitress.
すみません
Excuse me, the dessert that comes with the meal still hasn't come yet.
申し訳ございません
Hi, Mion! How you doing?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
日替わり A セットのデザートです
That's the dessert that comes with the daily combo A.
さっきからずーっと待ってる
I've
んです
been
けどね
waiting for quite a while.
すみませんすぐにお持ちしますので
I know I said Mion, but you don't sound like Mion. And this concerns me that there might be 2 Mions running about the place. You know what? Yeah, actually, the more I think about it, that's more concerning than I thought. Last time we had more than one person, there was a cloning problem.
Oh, it's my apologies. I'll bring it right away.
Stick with the same voice for the time being, but I'm not entirely sure. The apparently rookie waitress rushed off flustered.
父さん
Dad?
ひょっとしてこの店って
Could it be that this restaurant
いい
is...
だろ
Aren't they great?
うここのウェイトレスさんのせい
The waitress's uniforms here, I mean. I gave him a swift left hook over the table. What are you doing, Keiichi? My own father never hit me. I'm your son. Listen, Keiichi. I never come here with impure intentions. Sorry, I was distracted by the word attirante. I think that's how that's pronounced. That bell and attirante and eccentric clothing. Is this French? You've given me a language that I can't comprehend. If only because it's ingrained in me as an Englishman never to try and understand the French. It is my artistic muse. I wanted you to feel that. Even you must have yearned for this stimulation. Nah, Dad, I'm fine after that maid outfit problem. I know this ain't worth it. Haven't you? Coming here alone, though, it's a bit embarrassing. So you thought you'd bring your fucking son? Jesus Christ, man! I don't know whether it's worse to be perving alone or perving but bring your son along. Yeah, I've thought about that one for like longer than a minute, and I genuinely think that it's better to perv alone than it is to perv with your family. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, though. You understand? That's why I dragged you here. Just blame me. Even if you must condemn me. I wanted you to know this feeling, Keiichi! My god, my dad's an eccentric and I fucking love him. I need to take a leak. My father always had a bad habit of trying to hide his embarrassment using incomprehensible nonsense as a smokescreen. Ah, yes, your father is Hyoin Kyoma. Actually, you know what? That somewhat makes sense. I want to believe that this weirdness won't be genetic. Continuing his one-sided rambling, my father stood up and headed to the washroom. With him gone, I was left alone in the booth. Finally, at this time, a feeling of embarrassment welled up inside me. I had nothing to do but go beet red with shame. The waitress returned from before, her eyes alternating between the order slip and the table. Yeah, you sound like nowhere near as confident to be me, on-san, so maybe if I do the weird southern accent but with less oomph to it, I guess. After arriving at my seat, she hesitated to say something. A more veteran waitress offered some advice from over her shoulder. Just calm down and say sorry for the wait.
Terribly sorry for the wait.
Right, just like that. Do your best. Whispering that into her ear, the veteran waitress left. This waitress must have just been hired. With an absolute lack of confidence, she moved hesitantly and maybe even somewhat perilously. Just watching her put me on edge. I silently watched as she placed the dessert on the table with an inexperienced hand. But it's just as Dad said, what incredible uniforms these are. They were like a bunny girl plus a maid plus some sort of frilly outfit, all in a perfect ratio. Most certainly a rather dubiously charming kind of fashion. In any case, she's in no way appeared to be a proper waitress. What should I do? I was catching glimpses of too many things. That is, I didn't know where I should look. Wearing something like that, walking around the restaurant, it's as bad as it can be for digestion. Even though she was wearing the outfit, this particular waitress had no idea what to do either. This flustered state, without a doubt, should be attributed to the amount of bare skin showing rather than being new at the job. Yeah, I get that. Both the waitress and I mutually avoided eye contact. What a platonically embarrassing feeling this is. I'm a customer, you know. It's alright to be more straightforward. My nose is starting to bleed. At that moment, our eyes just happened to meet. Both of us blinked, doubting who we were looking at. What? This is...
ミオンだよな。
Mion, is that you? Eh? On top of her hair being let down, she was so far removed from her usual confidence-filled attitude, I didn't realize it was her at all. It was Mion! Why is she here?
お前、
You.
なんでこんなとこで働いてるんだ
Why are you working at a place like this?
おじさんのお店の手伝い。
I'm helping out at my uncle's store.
Come to think of it, I did hear her talk about how her relatives have stores in town and that she sometimes works part-time to help them. Didn't realize you dressed like this though, Mion.
おー、
Oh.
それはご苦労さんな。
That must be a lot of work. The nervous feeling I had dissipated in an instant. It's time to be horny on Maid, boys! Knowing that this was Mion, there was no reason to feel that way. Well, actually, my animal instinct told me that the power balance between Mion and myself has been turned upside down. That's right, I'm a customer. My position is superior to hers. The humiliation from today's penalty game was cutting through the recesses in my mind. There really was a god. For him to grant me this opportunity for revenge. Noticing the flames of vengeance burning in my eyes, Mion took a step back.
しかし、こうして見ると、
But
こうそういう服も似合ってるじゃん。
seeing it like this type of clothing suits you very nicely, doesn't it?
恥ずかしいんだからその。
It's embarrassing,
あ
so
まり見ないでよ。
don't look so much.
I confirmed my preemptive strike was a clean hit. There's no mistaking that Mion is currently defenseless. While confirming my attack was successful, I simultaneously lined up the combo.
ミオンって結構胸があるから、今にも見えちゃいそうだよね。
I already feel disgusting, but I said it was time to be horny on Maid, so I can't back down now. Mion, you have pretty big breasts. It seems like they're ready to spill out even right now.
お客さんみんな見てるぞ。
All of the customers are definitely looking at you.
そんなこと。
Don't say that.
恥ずかしがったふりしても
Don't
ダ
play
メだからね。
coy with me.
ミオンはそういう恥ずか
I
しい。
know that you enjoy drawing all the male attention with that embarrassing get-up.
じゃなきゃそんな格好できないもん
I
な。
mean, if you didn't, there's no way you'd dress up like that.
私だってその好きでこんな。
It's not like I'm doing this because I like to.
Is this alright, Keiichi Maibara? Aren't you taking things a little too far? Even if it's payback for the humiliation during the day, isn't this too much? Hey! Shut the fuck up, Logic! To pay back Mion tenfold is a chance you'll hardly ever get.
こんな恥ずかしい格好してお母さんは悲しんでるぞ。
Wow, that one's fucking harsh. Okay. Wearing this kind of getup, your mother must be disappointed. Don't make that noise, Jesus Christ.
その見えそうで見えないのが最高
The part where you can almost just see something is the best.
近う寄れ
Come closer. I genuinely feel like I haven't felt this bad since I sexually assaulted Lukako back in Steins Gate. God, please stop.
お客様への奉仕の心が
You still lack the spirit of service towards your customers.
どうかお許しを。
Please forgive me.
あうお持ち帰り
And now I've channeled my inner Raina. I want to take you home.
それは嫌。
Oh God, no. I'm trying to work out if she's into it or not. I'm thinking no.
No, not that.
Entering a version of Reina's cute mode, blood spewing from my nose like a waterfall. I was going until I had no regrets. I was going to complete this verbal humiliation revenge for today's events. Yep, I'll spare you for the rest of the day. It seems that Mion's neural circuits are completely shorter from the embarrassment. I might have teased her a little too much, or so I thought. But such a meek Mion is something you hardly ever see, so this was good for now. Leaving aside what exactly was good. I never knew. To think the high and mighty Mion would have a hard time being a waitress.
That's wrong.
It sure is a surprising side of you. I want to show this to the Mion from this afternoon. Actually, I want to show Reina and the others. Reina will definitely flip out with joy. Do you think that she'll say she wants to work here? This isn't Mion, isn't it? I hate when I'm right. For more reasons than one.
That's wrong.
I could never imagine in my wildest dreams that such a cute outfit would suit you, Mion.
I'm saying that's wrong.
While turning bright red, Mion finally spit out the words that were lodged in her throat. What do you mean, that's wrong?
I'm not Mion.
Huh? I was taken aback by Mion's confusing words. If you're not Mion, then who are you? You're Mion Sonozaki, right?
I'm sorry. I should have said this earlier, but my name is Shion Sonozaki.
Are you related? Are you twins at birth?
Mion's my older sister.
I was gonna say, my eyes unconsciously widened with surprise from this brazenly crazy talk. I was more like the music that had kicked in, but yeah, I'll let it slide. Mion, probably thinking that there was no such way that such a far-fetched excuse would work, turned bright red while fidgeting nervously.
Shion?
Shion?
Sonozaki?
Shion Sonozaki?
Yes. I'm often mistaken for my sister.
But when we met, you had the kind of response that you wouldn't make if we were meeting for the first time.
That's because my sister's always talking about you, so I always know who you were.
Little bit of a cringe-worthy excuse, that is. But when I looked at Mion's eyes, which begged me to believe her, the urge to tease completely subsided. To us, Mion had to be a leader who was normally overflowing with confidence and a guiding force. If I were to lash out at that Mion, I would have ruined something I shouldn't have. That was something I would never wish for. So I understand. This foolishness here is something very different from the everyday Mion. That's why she's Shion. I see. In that case, I'm sorry.
Oh no, as long as you understand. My sister has a lot of enemies, you see.
Well now, she's self-aware of the fact now, is she? As I unintentionally laughed at Mion aloud. No, Shion laughed with me. Shion, is this your first time being a waitress? Doesn't seem like you're used to it.
Actually, today is... Kei-chan is my first customer.
Little flustered after saying that, she quickly asked if it was okay for her to refer to me the same way her sister did. Seeing that blatant quirk was so cute, I couldn't stop laughing.
おじさんの店でバイトしてるってのは前に聞いてたからさ
So you said you've worked part-time at your uncle's store before?
もっと手慣れてるものだと
I
思
thought you would have been more used to it.
お店持ってる親類って他に
I
も
have other relatives that run shops.
だから
But that's
このお
why
店のおじさんの手伝いをす
this
る
is
の
the
は
first time I'm
初め
helping
てで
out the uncle that owns this place.
I see. Makes sense. Anybody would be tentative doing a job they weren't used to.
ミオンはこの店手伝いに来ないのか
Does Mion ever help out at this store?
おねってほら
Oh, my sister is, you see,
こういう可愛いの苦手なんで
she's not good with the cutesy things.
I know what she's trying to say.
そうだな
That's right.
ミオンってかっこいい
Mion is
系の
much
方が
more
似合うやつ
suited
だ
for
もんな
cool things.
だからこの店の手伝いは
So I think having you help out here is the right choice. Huh? Shion asked, probably thinking she misheard me.
その制服ミオンなんかには
A
絶対似合わ
uniform.
ないと
It
思う
never suits somebody like Mion.
シオンちゃんにはよく似合ってると
But
思う
for
しな
Shion, I think it works.
それって
Huh?
あの
You mean that,
Shion, like Reina often does, spaced out and turned bright red.
どういう意味なの
what does
かな
what does that mean exactly?
At least for this moment, it felt like the Shion character actually existed. Because there was no way that the Mion I knew had this side to her. That moment we realized that the more veteran waitress was waving at us from across the room.
園崎さん R 入っちゃっていいですよ
Sonozaki-san, you can take your break now.
はい
Okay.
Mion finally returned to her senses. It seemed as if it was time for her to take a break.
じゃあその
Well then,
私はこれで
I'll take my leave.
噂のケイちゃんと
It
話
was
せ
fun
て
talking to the
楽しかったで
infamous
す
K-chan.
ミオンと勘違いしていじめて悪かったな
Sorry for mistaking you for Mion and teasing you.
ミオンには改めて復讐する
Please tell Mion that I'll have my revenge one day.
メイドの格好をさせられて表を歩かせられたんですよね
That thing where you were forced to dress as a maid and walk around outside, right?
That devilish laugh and smile. It was exactly the same as the one I knew.
そうだ
That's right.
たっぷり書かされた恥は
Tell her that I will return the favor for the total humiliation I suffered.
で
Eh.
それより私今日いじめられたこと
More
お姉に
importantly, I'm
聞
gonna
きますか
complain to my sister about the teasing I had to endure today.
お姉に部活で敵を
My
取られち
sister
ゃ
will
って
have
くださ
my
いね
revenge during club activities.
上等だぜ
Bring it on. I'll get her before she gets me. Them some famous last words. Mion laughed with a warm smile devoid of any remaining nervousness and disappeared into the back. I felt like I had a very valuable experience today. That's right. For now, I know the high and mighty Mion has a weak point to panic and get embarrassed about. But of all things, for her to say she had a twin sister, hey, she said Mion was the older one. But yes, they do look alike. I thought that maybe I should ask Reina tomorrow if she really has a sister. But maybe it's better that I didn't ask. It's a bit mean-spirited. I've decided that the person I met here today was Shion, the younger twin sister. So I'll refrain from doing anything that would deny that. Not that we actually made a promise or anything. That little exchange gave birth to a new rule between me and Mion. Somebody tapped me on the shoulder. It was my dad. That was a long trip to the washroom. Probably came up with a new idea from an art piece from when he was sitting on the can.
ケイチ、そろそろいいか
Keiichi, you about ready?
帰ろ
Let's go home. Settling the bill, my father had his customer card stamped. It was pretty much filled. Damn, Dad, you're quite the regular
う。
customer.
さっきの新米ウェイトレスさんはケイチの知り
Is
合
that
い
new waitress just now somebody you know, Keiichi?
なんだ物陰から見てた
Oh,
のか
so,
よ
so you were watching from the shadows. Dad had the oddest sense of tact
学
sometimes.
校の子かい
Somebody from school?
ひなみ沢の
From From Hinamizawa?
うん俺の友達のミオンってやつ
Yeah, she's the little sister of my friend Mion.
学校はひなみ沢じゃなくて
Her school isn't in Hinamizawa, so she must go to one in town.
学校じゃ会ったことないから
Never seen her at my school.
へえ
Hmm.
南沢の子って
So not all the kids in Hinamizawa go to the same
みんな慶一と同じ学校に通ってるわ
school.
けじゃないのか
半分くらいらしいよ
Only about half.
半分の生徒は
The other half go all the way to the town
は
on
る
their
ばる
bikes.
自転車で登校してるんだってさ
In this way, the feeling that I was really talking to Shion came to me. What should I say to Mion tomorrow? I met your little sister? Something like that? Even with Mion being like that, us having a secret between the two of us made me both a little happy and a little embarrassed. Yeah, something tells me that Shion's real. And, why did I have a horrific image that she's the daughter that they keep in the basement that they don't normally let out? Why did that thought come to my head? Oh, good. The next thing I need is a fucking introduction to the Maid Cafe. I guess that's what I should be calling it, even though they're not maids. But I don't know what else to call them. Like a fan service cafe? I don't know. Anyway, it's all by the by. I think this is a long episode. I think. But, we learned something interesting today. That there's probably 2 Mions out there. And one of them is likely to kill me. And it's probably the one I know and respect. God fucking damn it, Mion. Anyway. Thank you all for watching this episode of Higurashi. If you liked the video in any capacity, please feel free to give the video a like down below. Leave a comment on whatever you want at this point. And if you want to keep up to date with whenever I post other videos, be they of this, Amori, or stream highlights. I say highlights, they're just going to be VODs. I have one edited, I just need to actually post the damn thing. But yeah, if you want to keep up to date with whenever I post anything, feel free to subscribe to the channel. In theory, YouTube sends you alerts as to when I post videos, but then you have to press the bell icon as well because, you know, the system's broke. So really, all pressing the subscribe button does was you made me feel good about myself, so thanks for that in advance. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I've been Nyx, and I'll see you on the next one. Laters!